That's a good question. So actually when I first started growing, I started in soil, and I spent like the first year and a half in soil, and probably the last 2 years, so I've been growing for about 4 years now, 3 to 4 years, like probably 3.5 years, but the last 2 years of my growing career has mainly been in like soilless mediums, specifically cocoa. And in the beginning, you know, pretty straightforward, just like everybody else who uses cocoa, like straight up salts and cocoa, and you know, you get pretty clean results, whatever. But now I've like kind of ventured into a new world, which is called synganics, and like a lot of people kind of laugh at it or make fun of it because it's like, you know, this thing where you add organics into soilless mediums. And in my opinion, now that I've grown all three, I think synganics has a lot of potential. Like, I think that it's a difficult question because at the end of the day, like the most dialed in grower, like dialed in feed, VPD, all that stuff, regardless of like what medium, like is just gonna have fireweed, you know? And so like there are a lot of guys growing in soil who are not dialed in. And so like, it doesn't really matter that they're organic because they're not dialed in. And so for me, it's like the best weed I've ever had has been out of a rock wool cube, you know? And I would never grow in rock wool. But like and honestly what it came down to was the strain was just so impressive that like regardless of what medium you grew that strain in, it was gonna blow you away. So really what it came down to in that situation was how good is the strain that you're growing, right? And so the short answer is that I don't prescribe fully to either side. Like I like to find like all the ranges like in between synthetic and organic, right? And currently in my, you know, growing journey, like I'm experimenting with organic additives and like synthetic bases and stuff. And so like if you're a grower, like my opinion is like have an open mind and try everything, because you never know what's going to work best for you, right? Like if the best weed you've ever had is out of cocoa, then it is what it is. Like, you know, it's just like it really is up to like what you've tried. And I think for me though, I'm not going to say that organic is necessarily better than synthetic. I think like the plant can benefit from the use of both.